YouTube, it's your boy Damian Cryer, and I am back with another mukbang video. So today, man, I'm going to be doing a Lotus seafood mukbang. So this is a place right here called Lotus. I actually brought one of these menus with me because I've always wanted to go there, but I never went there by myself. And when I went there, I got food that I'd really never tried from that place before. So I actually brought one of these takeout menus. That way I can call ahead next time and have my food ordered ahead of time. But when I got there, my wait wasn't but like 5 minutes from the time I ordered and when I stood outside and waited to be called back in. Now, so also guys, if you have not subscribed to the Cryer family, man, what are you waiting on, man? Get out of those comments and come back up to the top and turn that bell on. So every time I drop a video on the Cryer family, you will be the first to get the notification. But being subscribed to the channel does not mean you're going to get the notifications. Once you subscribe, you must turn on the other bell with the vibrating symbol. That way you are subscribed and you will get notifications. And yes, we do post notification shout outs at the end of every video. We will be doing that in every video for the rest of 2020, going into 2021. So I'm gonna say my grace real quick, man. Thank you, Lord, for this food I'm about to receive. Thank you for my wonderful blessings, Lord. Thank you for blessing me in every area of my life, keeping my kids blessed and keeping my kids safe. Lord, you know my children mean the world to me. I also pray, Lord, that you continue to strengthen everyone in every area of their life, even at their weakest moments. In the name of Jesus, amen. So, today I have, I'm just gonna rip this open. Woo hoo hoo. Okay, fried. It's actually fried. Look at that. That's Lotus seafood. So I got 2 pieces of catfish, and I also got the fries, which are getting cold. And my favorite, you guys wanna guess what's in here? Y'all know what my favorite is when I eat seafood. Y'all know my favorite. I'm gonna give y'all a second to guess. Y'all guessed it yet? Forget it, I'll tell you anyway. I got that spicy corn on deck, baby. Now you guys might notice the background is a little bit different. I've been in my house for almost 8 months now. So I decided to go ahead and find, because you know I have a 3-bedroom. I have the guest room fixed up, which is Darian's room for when he comes down, or a guest if a guest comes down. But it's really Darian's room. I have the master bedroom, which I've been putting a lot of work in, trying to get that room straightened up as well. And this is the 3rd room right here. I finally decided to go ahead and do something with this room. So, my son Akeem and his old lady left Sunday, or was it Monday? So for the last 4 days, today is Thursday, I've been doing nothing but shopping for this room. I went out, I bought these chairs right here. You guys remember a while back I had vlog chairs, a black and white vlog chair that was from D&B Nation, back when it was D&B Nation, which is now the Prince family. I had since went out and bought more stuff for my office area. I always wanted my own office area because it's like, holy cow, something's not right with the corn. I can't eat that. Holy cow. I ordered spicy corn. It's freezing cold, like it's pretty much ice. They might have made a mistake. But anyway, so I'll just try to enjoy the rest of the meal. Hopefully that the fish is cooked. So anyway, so I finally got the room almost fixed up. Like I said, I've spent like the last 4 or 5 days working on this room, trying to get this room fixed up because I had it fixed up before when Erica was staying here. My love by Erica was staying here. And we had some of her furniture and stuff in this room. But now she finally, you know, she got her a really, really beautiful home. So I decided to go ahead since this room has been empty for so many months, I went out and I just kind of ordered a bunch of stuff. Because it's like, when a company come over to my house, everybody who comes over, which is not a lot of people, but people who do come over to my house, it's like all of my stuff is right there for them to see. And so I wanted to have like a little privacy, so when people come over to my house, they don't see all of my equipment, my cameras and all this stuff. And like I said, this gives me more motivation to want to work in this room a lot more. So you guys will see a lot more videos from this room. A lot of challenges, a lot of fun stuff is coming up real soon. I'm very excited about that. I don't want to say too much about it, but you tell the plan, you plan to fail. So anyway, this video, you guys know when I do a mukbang, I talk about a lot of different stuff, a lot of different topics. One of the topics is like what me and Erica, we have been trying to come up with names for our twin boys that's due in about 4.5, 5 months. So we've been trying to come up with names. Now, you know, 3 of my boys' names starts with the letter D. You got Darian, Damon, and my son, Deontay, you know. So we're trying to come up with matching names that starts with the letter D. We have come up with so many names, and Erica actually sent me some names that sound really cool. So I'm gonna ask you guys to do me a favor. Send some names in the comment section down below, like for twin boys. I don't want no names like Drayshawn and Rashawn. I don't have nothing against those names, but I know twins back home with those same names. I want something like something different, man. So I've never had twins before. So I just want them to have some dope ass names. So we need some help with that. So please guys, send some suggestions or ideas of some names. And if we end up picking the names that you guys send us, it's going to be something really big for you. And we will actually tag your name too. Now speaking of kids, a few people in my comments were like, dude, you 50 years old. You shouldn't be having kids. You too old to be having kids. Am I? Because according to lab work, ultrasounds, and all kind of other stuff that I don't even want to get into, I'm definitely not too old to have kids. I'm just one of those older guys who can still produce. People can't get mad at me because I can still produce. So I'm not too old to be having kids. If I want more kids, that's my business, you know? So everybody tells you what you should and shouldn't do, but some of the people with the negative comments got their own personal drama going on. You just don't hear about it. So I'm not too old to have kids. And who knows, even after these twins, I may have another kid. You just never know, because if that's what God has planned for Damien, that's what God has planned for Damien. So it is what it is. You know, my thing is, it's a difference when you have kids but can't take care of them or not willing to take care of them. I'm just not one of those dads. I'm one of those dads, I make sure my kids are good, you know? So, only time that you're too old to have kids is when you're not willing to take care of them. I know cats with kids out there right now. I know cats with kids right now today. These cats got good jobs. money, nice cars, rims on their cars, music, gold teeth in their mouth, and ain't seen their kids in years. So that's the only time you're too old to have kids, is when you're not willing to step up to the plate and take care of your kids. Take care of your responsibility. So, anyway, I was watching the news was it this morning or last night? Oh, last night. No, it was this morning. On the news, man, I don't know about other states, but I know here in Texas, they have something going on where a lot of people are now getting evicted from their houses and their apartments and stuff. I seen on the news where it's something to do with the COVID-19. Some type of stimulus program that was going on. And apparently, the government ran out of funding. The government ran out of funding. Y'all see that look on my face, don't y'all? So now, these people are being evicted. They even showed on the news this morning where a lady and her kids were getting evicted. They showed it live. They had the sheriffs there, the Houston, well, I gotta say Houston, somewhere in Texas. The Texas police sheriff was there, escorting her and her kids out. So it's actually something to do with, I guess, some of the landlords was supposed to apply for like some type of stimulus thing to be able to help save these people from being evicted. So I think that the tenants who live in the houses or apartments had actually contacted their landlords, but the landlord did not file for that stimulus package, which means I think you need 30 days to be evicted. Guys, this really messed up. My first time vlogging in this new area that I just put together, and now they're out there cutting grass and cutting weeds. I really apologize about that, so I'm just gonna talk a little bit louder. So apparently, the owners of those homes or those apartment complexes decided not to file for that package. So now, not only are there tenants that's been with them for 10, 20, 30 years in the same house, same apartments, because believe it or not, some people do live the rest of their life out in apartments, and they've been there 20, 30 years, the same apartment. And the owners were too freaking lazy to apply for the stimulus package so that they can get rent. So now, not only are the people evicted, now you gotta find someone to move into that place, because an empty house is not making any money. Real story, real story. It's just like a car sitting on a car lot. Car dealers go to the car lot, they buy all these cars. 30, 40 cars. The cars sit on the car lot the whole time until somebody comes to buy them. Now mind you, a car that's sitting is not making the dealership no money, right? If a dealership has cars sitting there, but the cars are not making any money, the cars are sitting there, they're not moving, they're not making any money. It's just like an abandoned apartment or abandoned house. If it's sitting there empty, it's not making that landlord or that owner no money, none. So, to me, it's a lose-lose all the way around the board for everybody that's involved. It's a lose-lose for everybody. So, how did you get over that? How did you get in front of that? I mean, it's crazy, right? It's crazy. So, the other day, today is Thursday. So Monday I was watching, there was a guy in Houston, Texas. Him and his wife, I think, and his two daughters were evicted. And they filmed it. They actually filmed it. The same situation I just told you about, there was like 3 or 4 sheriffs there, which I think was a little bit excessive. Those sheriffs could have been doing other work like protecting the community. It don't take 3 sheriffs to pull up to evict someone. It only takes 1. But do you know, when they evicted that man, his 2 daughters and his wife, the story went public. I guess it went viral. And now here's this man and his wife evicted and his 2 daughters. And you know what? The community, people around the world donated over $200,000. $200,000. So you know what I asked myself? By the way, they showed the guy the next day on television with his wife and his 2 daughters that was evicted, holding that check up just like this. All those donations came in for $200,000 from people that they didn't even know. And this guy was a regular working guy. He worked every day. I don't know his whole story, but according to the news clip, it showed the guy being evicted, and he was upset. But then the very next day, they showed another news clip of him holding a check. I wonder how that made that tenant, how it made the homeowner feel. You just evicted this guy and his family 24 hours earlier because they could not afford to pay their rent. But they end up getting all these donations. I don't know if the news put it out there when they put that clip out there showing people getting evicted, but they must have had the man's name and everything and created some type of GoFundMe. So I wonder how that made the homeowner feel who evicted them. The homeowner probably is trying to find ways to reach out to them. You know, now this ain't to bash homeowners because I understand a business is a business, you know. You gotta make money to keep your business alive. So if you're not really getting money for your services, you have to evict people or you have to repossess their cars if they're falling behind, delinquent or whatever you wanna call it. But at the same time, I believe that if the homeowner would have been doing his fucking job, like all the funds that's available, all you had to do was apply. That's it. All you had to do was just apply. So if it was me, that's like a man cheating on a woman, dogging her out, and then they get a divorce. And the dude's doing all the cheating, or the woman. And the day that the divorce papers is signed, monthly hit the lottery for $60 million. How do you think that person's gonna feel who did them wrong? K-A-R-M-A. Say it with me. K-A-R-M-A. Karma is real, man. So here, I'm not bashing homeowners or nothing like that, but certain situations could be handled differently, man. That's just my opinion. Certain situations could be handled differently. But, so prayers to all the people that's getting evicted, man. I was talking to somebody about 3 weeks ago, and I had told them, I said, I had seen a news clipping where they said that a lot of people in 30 days is going to be getting eviction notices and they have to get evicted. So 3 weeks ago, or 4 weeks ago, they had gotten an eviction notice, but all those people still had 30 days to actually to either come up with the money, and not just the current balance. They had to come up with the past due and everything, plus the late fees. And so they gave them 30 days to come up with that. And those people couldn't come up with that. So this right here is the week right here. Today is what? Today is Thursday, September 10th. So this is the week of the 10th where the evictions actually go into place. they're actually bringing the sheriffs to people's homes while they're watching television or washing dishes or doing laundry or watching their favorite soap operas or waiting on their kids to get off the school bus. The sheriff is actually pulling up to their home and with the court order, and they're evicting them right on the spot. They literally, when they knock at the door, you have to get your stuff and you have to go. Imagine that, guys. Imagine that for a second. Imagine that just for 1 second here. Imagine you're a parent and you're sitting at home waiting on your kid's school bus to pull up so they can get off the bus and, you know, tell them how your day was, tell them how their day was at school, ready for homework and dinner and laundry and chores. And at that instant, the sheriff's pulling up and telling you that you have to leave, like, right now. Literally, right now. That's pretty sad, man. So let's just keep those people in our prayers. And I think in the U.S. right now, as of this week right here, guys, 300 and something plus thousand people, families, are going to be getting evicted this week and over the weekend into next week. It's sad, man. It's sad. I can honestly say I can see a spike in crime going up. I can see crime going through the roof right now. I mean, it's going to happen. There ain't no way around it. Crime is going to go through the roof. Robbery's going to go up. People are going to start stealing. Because never is you going to let your family starve. I'm going to tell you something. You put a dog in a cage and let that dog sit in the cage for 3 years or a year, 3 months, 3 weeks for that matter. When you open that cage, what do you think that dog's going to do? That dog's going to be desperate. That motherfucker's going to take off running. It may not even come back home. You take everything from somebody that they worked hard for, you put them in a real tight situation. You put them in a vulnerable situation where they don't have a choice. They don't do what they have to do. Me, personally, if my back was against the wall, in one of those situations right now, I'm just gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna hustle. Because I'm not gonna lay down and just let somebody take everything from me like that. My home, everything. That means if those people lost their homes, they probably lost their vehicles too, if their vehicles wasn't paid for. All their food and their refrigerators, they have to find stuff to do with them, on top of going to have to stay with a loved one. You know how embarrassing it is for one of their parents to go stay with one of their kids? Listen, I had to do it. Just last year, I had to go stay with my kids. There was no secret. I didn't hide it. I was embarrassed by it. I was hurt. I lost everything. Everything. But I did what I had to do to get back on my feet. You know, when you're put in a corner, in a tight spot, you're forced to actually make decisions that you wouldn't normally do. Like I said, I don't mind going back and hustling because I would be in the street hustling day and night getting mine. I wouldn't even care about getting arrested or getting caught. What I would be worried about most importantly is my family. Making sure that my family is good, you know. So over 300 and something thousand people throughout the US is gonna have their backs against the wall starting between today and next week coming up. I think like the 13th or 14th is Monday, next Monday. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think of this video, man. I'm gonna end it off so it's not extremely too long. Again, sorry about the corn. Looks like the corn, because you guys know how much I love corn. So let me know what you think of this video, man. And if you have some name suggestions, like I said at the beginning of the video, leave me a comment in the comments section down below after the video. And also, if you have a video idea that you want me to do on the Cryer family, also leave me a comment as well on that. The food, the fish and the fries and shrimp was really, really good. By the time I got home from Lotus seafood, the food with the fries were kind of cold. So I don't really like eating cold fries, but the fish was the bomb. The corn, I'm not gonna call it a complaint. I've been into it. It was almost like ice. I didn't want to spit it out on camera because it would have just disgusted you guys. So while I'm over here, guys, I'm gonna do a couple of post notification shout outs for you guys today. The first post notification shout out goes to Carol Toomer. Gang, 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 congratulations, Carol Toomer. You are today's first post notification shout out. And the second post notification shout out goes to Lisa Mitchell. Gang, 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 you are today's number 2 post notification shout out. Congratulations. So guys, if you want a chance to be shouted out on the Crier Family, man, especially if you have a YouTube channel, getting a post notification shout out from another YouTuber is really good for your channel. So if you want a chance to get your channel shouted out, keep your post notifications on. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, I'm Damian Crier, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.